Hello, everybody out there in line dance land. It's your girl, Queen Sheila, all the way from Tampa, Florida, with the Line Dance Connection and the founder of Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. I am so glad you tuned in with us today. We're going to have a great time. But before we get into meeting our guests on today, I'm going to play a jingle. Now, I put uh, a, a challenge, a line dance challenge out there for everyone to make a line dance to our jingle, and then I would play your line dance on the show as before we open every week. So I do have one that's really cool. It's by the Ocean State Soul Line Dancers. So I'm going to play that video. I hope you enjoy, and we'll be right back with you real soon. So hold on. Here we go. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. I tell you, they are just awesome. I love that jingle dance from the Ocean State Soul Line Dancers. They did that thing, and I thought it was just so amazing, so original because they said, "Okay, well, we're doing the Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. We got to go back and get the soul." So they actually did the Soul Train type of clothes and theme to their dance, and I just thought that was so awesome. So as you see, we have people responding to the challenge to make a line dance to our jingle. And every week I'll try to play somebody's jingle that sent me the dance to the jingle. So today, let me tell you, my co hosts are both on travel, and they said they're going to try to tune in between the airlines and whatever else they're going to. I know Mr. Charles is flying back today, and Zandra is on the road getting back home. So just in case they don't get on, we still going to go on and have us a good time. So I have a guest today. I tell you, this lady is amazing. I saw her. It's so funny. I saw her a couple of weeks ago on a dance floor, and I was like, I know her, but I don't know who that is. Listen, I did not realize that that's the lady that's going to be on the show today. They're going to be interviewing. So I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad. I'm not good with names, but I'm excellent with faces. Once I see a face, I remember it. So I just want to tell you, get your seatbelts, strap in, everybody, you know, because we about to take off and go to another planet. Hi, Melva. Hi, Gracie. How y'all doing? Welcome. So we get ready to take off, and I'm going to introduce our guest. Her name is Latoya L. Toya, all the way from Ocala, Florida. None other than Toya. Hey.
How
How
are
you doing?
you?
Good. How are you? Hi,
Doing pretty
Carla.
good.
You
Hey,
see
Carla. Hey,
Carla
Gracie. Hey, Melva.
again. Yes. How's it going?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Long weekend, but I've rested up today.
Yes. You were at the cold event, right? In
Yep.
Ohio.
Yep. So I
Yeah.
taught Friday night at Cole's event. Had a great time. A lot of great line dances there, showing up and showing out. And
Okay.
then I came back Saturday morning because a few of my students were going to the Big Moochie Veterans Day event in Newberry, Florida.
Okay.
So I attended that last night.
Oh my gosh. So you have really been busy.
Yes, ma'am.
Girl,
Yeah.
I understand. I understand. Believe me, it's I woke up. I was supposed to be at Cole's event, but I woke up Thursday morning. Oh my
Mhm.
God, I could hardly talk. My throat was sore, my nose was running, and my whole body ached. Like somebody had
Mhm.
touched me all in my body. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. And so the next day I started feeling better. But I did take a lot of vitamin C. I took a lot
Mhm.
of vitamin C and took some time off for the headache. And then I started feeling better, but it was too late. I had canceled my airline, canceled my hotel,
Mm.
but like I was supposed to leave Thursday morning. But Thursdays when I woke up, I was sick as I could be. So by Saturday, I
I
started.
remember.
I started feeling
Yeah.
better. So I was like, yeah, Melva say hello.
Hey, Melva.
Look.
Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. Thank you for the welcome.
So let's get into our interview. Let's find out who Miss Latoya is. So Latoya, tell us who Latoya is.
All right. Well, my true name is Latoya Artis, and I am originally from Linden, New Jersey. I went to college in North Carolina, lived there 25 years, and about 4 years ago, right at the beginning of the pandemic, I moved to Florida.
Okay.
My
Okay.
son and I'm a certified recreation professional, so I work in recreation. I'm a rec manager here locally. So leisure education is my life. That's what line dancing is. Extreme hip hop. It's all about leisure education. It's what I do for a living. Leisure education. Encouraging people outside of traditional school to
Mhm.
learn to pretty much adapt a wellness lifestyle, whatever form that is, to enjoy
Okay.
life. And that can just be getting out, going to an event that the city provides for them, or something health wise. It could be a class you're taking at a rec center. So my job up until last week, because I just got a promotion, was to provide those programs for.
Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. Was to provide certain programs for the populations that I dealt with to pretty
Okay.
much get out the house. That
Okay.
was my job up until last week.
And it's I'm gonna let you continue, but it's amazing that you say that, Latoya, because so many people get a certain age and think that we're supposed to sit in the house on the couch,
Mhm.
TV, eating or whatever the case may be. And believe it or not, line dancing or hip hop aerobics or whatever the case may be, some type of exercise, some type of
Mhm.
you get to meet people,
Mhm.
have fun. Let me tell you something, it's nothing like dancing for me.
Mhm.
Anyway, it's nothing like dancing. I could get up and feel terrible, but let some music come on. And I get up there on that
Mhm.
dance floor, and I just started to feel better. You
Yeah,
know?
and the key is having the variety, and that's what I tell my staff. Well, I encourage, I don't tell them, I encourage my staff to
Okay.
provide and create programs so there's a variety because not everybody wants to dance, not everybody
Okay.
wants to step, but some
Yeah.
people can only do chair aerobics. So we offer that for them. Some people just want to go on trips, day trips and local and regional
Right.
trips. So we want to provide a variety and do an a la carte. Pick what suits, but line dancing suits everybody lifestyle, and that's what's trending. So we do have 3 classes we teach here in town of line
Okay.
dancing to the adult population.
Okay. When are your classes?
So my particular class that I teach, which is geared towards seniors and true beginners, is on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. at the new Mary Sue Rich Community Center here in Ocala, Florida. And then we have another group locally that's called KDC Sunshine Sliders, and they are also one of my programs, but they are their own group. Each at the same Mary Sue Rich Community Center on Tuesdays at 5:30. That's in a beginner class, a little bit more advanced than my beginner class. And then they have an
Okay.
advanced class on Thursdays at 5:30. And it's a
Oh,
2 hour class. Theirs is 2 hours.
yeah, mine's are 2 hours too. Yes.
Mhm.
Real quick, hello, Alexa,
Oh, hey, Karen. Hey,
Karen.
Alexa, NC in the house.
Uh, oh, she said on the way home from Ohio.
Oh, yeah. I saw her on Friday. I love Karen. I met her
Okay.
and DC Pam when I
Uh,
first came on the scene 2 years ago, and I've loved them ever since. Honestly, they've always
okay.
been supportive, I must say.
Yeah, and I'm expecting when I saw Karen, when I interviewed her, when you interview, you
Mhm.
only see from here up, the chest
Mhm.
up. And so I'm thinking this tall, lady and all like that. I met Karen. She's a short little fireball though, girl.
Yeah, she's
Fireball.
smooth though. Gotta give it that. She's smooth.
Oh my gosh. Yes, she's a beautiful
Very
personality.
beautiful.
So I
Very
was like,
nice.
that's Karen. And I did her the same way. I sort of later, I know her face and everything. Interviewed her. I was like, oh, that's who that is.
Mhm. Yeah, she's real smooth. Very nice.
That's what I like about the podcast too, because I get to meet people and put a name to a face.
Correct.
Because usually I just see them, hey, how you? Everybody need to speak to me. Everybody know my name, but I be like, hi, what's her name now?
It's all good. It works out.
Yes. So you said that you're a certified parks and recreation professional.
Mm-hmm.
So leisure education is what you do, which includes line dancing.
Yeah.
So how did you get started with that? Tell us about that.
With line dancing?
Well, with parks and recreation.
Okay, so my degree's in physical education and sports management. So I've always had that type of background, sport and things of that nature.
Okay.
But I worked from home for many years. Got out of first graduated from college. But I have 3 children, 24, 22, and 17. So back before working from home was popular, I was working from home. So I found a job when my oldest daughter, I think, was about 4 or 5. And I worked from home in health education for like 10 years.
Okay.
And then once she got, I think she was 15, I said, what job can I seek outside of the home that was in my degree that my children can still be a part of my life? And it was recreation. And so I said, that's the career that I'm going to late in life. Because I think I might have been 36. I can't remember. Okay. And so that's why I went into recreation, because it fit into my degree, because PE, sports management is, still a lot of people are in recreation. And I knew my kids could be a part of my life, and my kids are rec kids. So I got a job, and I was a special adaptive PE teacher. So I had that TR background.
Okay.
So I went into this where I started my new career. And that's how I started. And I just started off an assistant director. I had to move out to move up because I was kind of late in life. And then I found this job here in Florida as a program supervisor. And so now I'm a recreation manager. So I'm just starting my life a little later than others, but, moving up gradually in recreation, because my family can be a part of my life, because all of our programming and activities is for the community. And so I live in the community. So my kids, my mom, when she comes down, when I worked in Fayetteville, North Carolina, they can all be a part of the community.
Right.
So that's why I work in recreation.
Okay. And so that's good. That's good to know. I mean, I see, I hear it in you that's you. You know what I'm saying? That's you.
That's me.
So
yep.
When did you incorporate line dance? Real quick. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Tanya.
Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Tanya. Tanya's my girl. I got her on my list right here.
Okay. So when did you, or how did you say, okay, I am a extreme hip hop aerobics instructor, but now I want to branch over and put a little line dancing in it?
Line dancing came first, because when I first moved to Florida, I had a car. I'm a runner. Well, I used to be. I was a distance runner, ran 5Ks all the time. I had a very bad car accident in 2020. Totaled my car. My son and I moving here pretty much. And it just did something to my knees that I really could not jog anymore. Okay. It was just too painful. It wasn't worth the pain. I have been jogging for 30 years anyhow. So, and I was isolated. I think I gave the story before, and I was depressed because I had never been away from my children ever. They couldn't come see me. And there was Smooth Flavor Gainesville. They had I'm about to start crying. They had a class outside, and that was the only thing that kind of kept me going, because I didn't have my kids, I didn't have my mom. I was in a new place. I had no friends, like nothing. And I couldn't go home. And so line dancing, I didn't even know I could dance. I just was like, I'm showing up because it was people there and they were outside. And that's honestly how line dancing started. And then West Jam, James Wesley out of Duval. I see Roz on there, Duval County. He just noticed something that I was catching the dances quick, honestly.
Okay.
He was I was standing and he would just call the steps out and I was catching it. And that's he gave me a song. He was like, Toy, help me make that. I was like, help you make a song. Like, I don't even know what steps I'm doing. And that's how it started. Honestly, I created this song. He was like, that's the jam. That's it. Nothing for me to put to it. And that's how line dancing started. And then working in recreation, working with the senior population, one of my seniors who danced with me with Smooth Flavor, she actually lived in Ocala. She said her doctor said that her memory was going a little bit and she needed to do something to help her count and, just keep her going. And she was like, Latoya, you were pretty good with line dancing. Can you create a class? I was like, I said, well, I can make that happen. I said, I don't know how good I'm going to be. So I actually went online and I wrote down, I looked at Linda Sims' video. She has a basic step video, and it's a man out of, I think, Singapore. I can't remember where he is, but he has like 50 line dance steps. And I wrote down 50 line dance steps plus Linda Sims, and I just learned what those moves were. And I learned to count, and I was like, okay, I can do this. And then I created the class, and that's how I started with 5 people.
Okay. That's good. That's really good. To see how you just stepped out and say, hey, somebody asked me I could do this. And that's how most of us got started. Somebody said, I see something in you. I think you could do this. You'd be like, I don't know, but before you know it, once you try it, be like, you know what? I love music. I love to dance or move. And so it just becomes a part of you, and I think that's amazing because there's a lot of people who want to dance, want to meet people, but they won't step out there. But something you just said about memory, you said one of your students told you something about their memory. Line dancing makes you use your memory.
That was the idea behind it. That's what she said to me, her doctor. Well, she was already dancing with me with Smooth Flavor because, they're a couples dance kind of group. They do line dancing on the side, but they truly do Chicago stepping and DFW swing out.
Okay.
And, but it's only her and I here in Ocala, and it is 30 miles away. So she kind of wanted to start something here. Like I said, it was during the pandemic and to drive all the time. And that's really how it started. She said it was her memory. She said she wanted to start something. She wanted to start something in her community. They wouldn't allow her to do it in her house and community. And so that's why I started the center. I was like, we got a gym. We can make it work. And
there you
go.
Got
5 people.
Yeah. And you had 5. And I'm trying to think. I had my daughter, my son-in-law, and my 2 grandkids when I started. And, many times you want to stop. Many times you're like, you know what? This is not worth it. But what I realized was God gave me the talent to teach line dancing. And I'm the type of line dance instructor where I can call the steps before they're done. I see a lot of line dance instructors call the steps as they are done. Like, how do I explain it? Like,
I understand.
If the next step is going to be the sailor step, I'm already saying sailor before we get there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because that's how with extreme hip hop, we're encouraged to call the steps. Because you got to call that step on the 2 because we count down 3, 2, 1. When I get to the other side, by the time I'm on 2, I need to call that next step so that they're anticipating it to go into the next side.
Next step, right.
So that's how I call line dancing also, which I know they laugh at me because I can call some steps. To the point I'm trying now. I remember Linda Sims did encourage me. She said, Latoya, you call steps so well. She said, but I handicap my students because I'm not encouraging them to learn the steps.
Oh, say it one more time so my people might hear you. If anybody,
I said I call the steps so well. I'm not encouraging them to memorize or to learn the steps. So what I started doing, well, I don't do it too well because I still be calling the steps, but like maybe the last rotation, I might not call the steps. Now I do have my point systems throughout. I know we'll talk about that. They might still call the steps, but I won't call the steps so that I can encourage them on some dances, not all of them.
Okay.
To learn
on their own. And see, I've handicapped my students because even when we go to a dance, a party, they expect me to call out steps.
And looking at my feet, so I can't even show out.
Okay. I'm saying, wait a minute. I came here to enjoy myself too. I don't want to teach while I'm at the party, but you know what? It becomes a part of you, especially if you know who you have with you and they're new and they really need it, then you just call it out,
Yeah.
That's how it is.
And then you start to help people on the floor. They're not even your students. You just know they messing up. You stand next to them. You calling out steps. I did that last night. And it was the Come Dance With Me song. A lady next to me couldn't do it. And by the time we were finished, she was doing it, but I couldn't show out. But I had to leave her for a minute because I wanted to dance.
Yes.
I wanted to twirl a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, it's fun.
Hey,
it's fun.
Carlos. Carlos just tuned in.
Hey, Carlos. Yeah, I met him in South Carolina a year ago.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. He was the MC at my event on Friday, and we started out at the pool. And I tell you, whatever that thing he said.
You're one of my students. Hey, Miss Diva. That's her husband.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yes. So, Latoya, you said you have a 4-point system in your class. Tell us what that is.
Okay, so I get the question a lot because I do have a big class. And I have about 4 or 5 line dancers who dance with the second class I was telling you about with KDC Sunshine Sliders. So they dance in the afternoon, and they're a little bit more advanced students. Because my students are not, when I say they're not true line, they're not going to go home and learn a line dance. They're just not going to go home and practice. They pretty much are, I teach them almost every week, different dances. But what I do is, sometimes I have about 50 people in class, sometimes 40. I have about 4 or 5 ladies, and they stand strategically throughout the class. One in the back, 2 on the sides, one's definitely in the middle. Miss Michelle's always in the middle.
Okay.
And also have like 1 or 2 other ladies in class who catch on pretty fast.
Okay.
And one thing I love about them, they'll catch new people and go stand next to them. And so what I do is I teach the class, I teach the dance, go over it, repetition, how I do it. I call it out.
Okay.
But my ladies throughout the class always help out. They always help out. As we turn a dance, there's somebody there to see.
Okay.
So if we are on the side walls, the 4-wall dance, you got Miss Diva over here, or you have Miss Teacher. She's also a line dance instructor. She'll run over to somebody and help out. Miss Val's on the side wall. There's always somebody for our students to see.
Okay.
And I do that all the time. I mean, I don't even think I teach a class without that because it is kind of hard sometimes. And I can catch it. I'm pretty good about it. If I see somebody messing up, I will catch it and say it out loud. But 9 times out of 10, you can't catch everything.
Right. That's true.
So that helps me to teach a larger class, for me at least. So I call it a 4-point system, even though it's probably about 5 people that's doing it. But I call it a 4-point system because they do kind of help me out a lot. And they'll catch things that I don't see. And, I always say, at least in our line dance, it's all about success.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to come back next week.
Right.
And so we start off real easy, super easy. I mean, sometimes I start off with electric slide pretty much, or work it. And we go up a notch. I tap my feet and we go up a notch. Mm-hmm. And to the end, it's like an improver dance, right?
Okay. Right.
And then, but sometimes if we don't have success in the middle, we're going to drop down at something easy because I want them to come back. This is, like I said, this is not their job. They're really here to socialize. And then sometimes I got to pull them in. I call them, no offense to anybody older than 50, but it's just because my class is senior, so I can saw old people ratchet music. And so anything with that down home beat, I'm like, listen, do not mess with my line dance because you're thinking back to 1980, back when you was in the club, because they be in the front and they be rolling and doing their thing and I forgot the whole dance, and I can't videotape because they taking it back.
Okay.
But that's the class. We make it fun. We make it, interesting because a lot of them come to socialize. They really just, they come to learn to dance, yes, but honestly, they come to catch up. Some of them meet up afterwards in the rec center and talk. Yeah. A lot of the Zetas, their sorority here locally, they had their meetings after line dance class.
Okay.
So it's all about socialization, like I explained to you earlier when I talked about being a rec manager, a rec professional. We are encouraging with the special needs population and with our seniors, we're encouraging socialization. And that is my job. And that's what line dancing is for me, to create that atmosphere for my participants to have the opportunity to do that. And that's what line dancing is about.
It is. And Toya, there are so many, believe it or not, seniors that either their husband passed, or they've never been married, or they're just not dating. They just, go home to an empty house or just them. And line dancing does give them the opportunity to meet new people.
Correct.
To talk to. You don't have to tell them all your business, but just somebody, jib jab with, even in the parking lot, like you said, after class, or on the way to class, you'll find out, oh, this one live right down the street from me. Maybe we could ride together to save.
But that did create that because a lot of us, and I see Carlos said building relationships and Ross said spotters. And that is so true because when I started the class, well, like I said, Miss Gwen encouraged me to start the class. Some of these ladies, with Florida, which you observe probably, a lot of people move from up north, come in with their husband not. That happens all the time. And especially during the pandemic, like myself, we didn't have anybody here. Like I was just me and my son and I. And it was my joy to see Miss Marilyn or Miss Myrtle and Miss Gwen and Miss Diva. Oh, we're going to the Villages. They had never been friends before. But now they have their community. They go into the Villages to go see Temptations Red. And I just sit back and be like, this is why we got this class, because there were so many single ladies whose husbands, they were widows.
Yeah.
And that's what the class embraced. And then now Miss Diva's on here. I think she can, she's experienced this. They build their own community.
Mm-hmm.
So now these sisters are having their girl groups like
Right.
every other week. They're having tea parties. They're going here. I think it's about Miss Diva, you could chime in. I want to say it's about 16 of them. You
Okay.
know that, and the two groups kind of merge, Footloose and KDC.
Okay.
So it creates, like Carlos said, builds this relationship that's
Okay.
beyond line dancing, and that's what at least this community needs, because many people are retirees here. You
Okay.
know,
Right.
at least the population I deal with.
Okay. It's
Mhm.
mostly retirees. And it does. It does. I mean, I'm only like 40, but I'm just kidding. But when I first moved to Tampa Bay, to this area,
Mhm.
I had my daughters, one of my daughters lived here, and my grandkids, but it was like, do I call my daughter every day to talk girl talk? No. It's not.
Exactly.
And so when I started line dancing, I started meeting all these ladies. And one of the ladies told me in my class, she said she had just moved to the Tampa Bay area. She didn't know anybody. She moved down here, I think, because somebody in her family, her mother or father, was sick. And so she moved down to take care of them, but they unfortunately passed.
Mhm.
And she was like, I wanted to have a birthday party, but I didn't know anybody to invite.
Mhm.
So once she started coming to line dance class, she met all these
Right.
different ladies, her same age group, some of them in the same
Mhm.
capacity as she was. And she was saying how much she was blessed by
Mhm.
just started line dancing with a group of people who had the
Mhm.
same interests. And
Right.
I thought that was,
Mhm.
really great because, like you said, it goes beyond line dancing,
Mhm.
the memory thing.
Mhm.
Your body physically fit and socially because you're meeting new people. I mean, it's a lot.
It is a lot. And like with me, I still suffer from loneliness, I guess, because I'm 45, so I'm not a senior. So I don't have like true girlfriends, quote unquote, even though I need to do better at that,
Okay.
acquiring friends. It's just been my kids and my mom and my family. So I have to change my mindset a little bit more to acquire friends.
Mhm.
But it has given me to let me say this, to acquire true girlfriends, that I'm calling and stuff like that. I don't have that relationship,
Mhm.
but line dance has given me a community so that like I think I mentioned to you, my father's sick, give me a community so that I have an outlet to not think about those things all the time. So that is how line dance has helped me. Just being around people, keep my mind off things that I'm dealing with right now. So that's
Right.
what line dance is for me.
And it does. Like I said, have you ever been wake up in the morning and you just not feeling good? Like, no special reason, just not feeling good. But you can go to line dance class and the music come on and you forget all about even
Mhm.
that knee that was cracking all day long in the morning. That knee not cracking when you
Mhm.
get to line
Yeah.
dance class, or
And
not.
that's what step is for me, though. Like I told you, I'm an extreme hip hop instructor,
Uh-huh.
and I look at step in that way because I teach class, and for me to go to a line dance class, I truly have to drive 30 to 90 miles away because there's nothing here in Ocala but KDC and myself.
Okay.
I can do extreme hip hop, and so I got into that. I know you're gonna go to that right after I learned line dancing.
Okay.
Hmm.
So it says, let's see what else I have for you. You said oh, I teach line dancing to only seniors.
Correct.
Wow.
Hmm.
About
Yep.
that. Is there a reason for that?
Well, no, the only reason is because of my job at the time.
Okay.
Like I said, I have a promotion, so now I'm not so restrained just to that population. But as a program supervisor, it was what I was prior to last week, believe it or not. But seniors and therapeutic recreation was my population. I was a program supervisor, a recreation program supervisor. So I created programs for the city of Ocala recreation parks only for those two populations. So
Okay.
anything in the city that dealt with seniors, that's what I did. So when I started line dance, it was that population I was catering to. Now we do have other people in the class now because it has evolved and grown. Like we don't even call it seniors anymore. It's just Footloose
Okay.
line dance class.
Uh-huh.
But that's why I only catered to the senior population, and I prefer it. I just do because I'm not saying they're forgotten, but somebody needs to teach them too. And it's just probably what my platform needs to be. It might change in time,
Mhm.
being that my job title has changed a little bit, so it might change. But for right now, that's what I prefer.
And
Beginning.
Some instructors say well, I don't teach beginner dances. I only teach advanced, intermediate, and advanced. But I heard you say something like sometimes you start your class doing work it. Okay.
Yeah, because we always have new people. Like I always have new people.
But that's a fun dance.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun dance. It's an easy dance, but everybody's moving. You can't do work it like.
And I love it because I have men in my class. They tend to come with their wives, and I love to like break up the class and be like, listen, women, I want them hips to flow, but y'all men, I don't want to see nobody hips flowing. I mean, like, y'all better figure something out, but I don't want to see no hips flow. So, you got to make the class, fun too. So I do talk a lot of junk in my class, I must say.
But that's what makes it fun. So I was going to say, Toya, you say you teach work it, but when those brand new people who come who are not dancers, or the seniors that come who are not dancers, and you teach something like work it, they leave there, they want to come back because they learned a dance. And somebody came on the show a long time ago said, if you teaching class and they leave not knowing nothing, then you haven't done your job.
And like I said earlier in the podcast, it's all about success in my class. It's times like I go, who helps me out? I see him on here, Carlos. So he, I'm new to the line dance world, meaning that it's only been like 3 years. And so sometimes I bring back a dance that's been out 10 years. It's new to me. I didn't even know it was 10 years old to the person who created dance tell me, oh my God, I created that 10 years ago. And I'm like, wow, I learned it yesterday.
Okay.
But Carlos has a really good playlist.
Okay.
And so I use him, Rhonda, I think her name is Ponder, or Rhonda Smith. And it is another person. And Linda Sims, I use hers, but really Carlos and Rhonda Ponder, they have a lot of beginner dances. Yeah. So I started going to their playlist. Okay. Because, I don't know. I mean, I know what I see. I don't go to a lot of events to say, oh my God, like I went to Kohl's this weekend. Now I did write down some things that I did see. I don't go to a lot of events to know a lot of the beginner dances because most of the dance events I go to, they're showing out. So they have really good playlists that I've been. Hold on, my son, Ryan. I'm sorry, he came in from work and he already hollering. But they have really good playlists that I use.
Okay.
But so I can do a little bit more than work it now because you gotta be quiet. Okay. So they have good beginner dances that I can, kind of roll out with. This is my son. You can say hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Back up. Okay.
Thank you for loaning your mom for an hour.
Okay. He just came from work. But they have, like I said, so I do. It's all about success in my class. Like I said, they're not going to no line dance convention. They're not going to workshop. They come in to chill and socialize. So we're just looking for success and to challenge them. We always challenge each other in class. That's another thing that I try to do, because like I tell them, you can do it. You might not do something that I can do, but, you can do it. And then at the 12 o'clock hour, we have a 12 o'clock dance.
Okay.
So that is... it's not advanced. It's advanced to me, I guess, but it's an advanced dance that I teach anybody who's willing to learn. There's normally about a good 6 ladies that do that, but that's a 12 o'clock dance. So we always have one 12 o'clock dance. It might take us 3 weeks to learn this dance, but we always have a 12 o'clock dance.
But that's okay because any dance that you learn in the beginning is new and hard until you learn it. Yeah. I wanted to pull out something. Are you going to the beginners ball?
No, I want to go, but it's like I told you, my dad, I mean, and I can say this on broadcast, I really don't talk too much about it, but my dad is in hospice and he's been in hospice. He's been sick for 2 years in Philadelphia. So I do travel a lot. I really can't talk about it, but I travel every month. I go to Philadelphia. So I don't plan too much in advance. Okay. Because I don't know what that situation is. And plus I spend so much money traveling. Right. That's my priority. So I go to most events that are, like I said, local or if somebody, I get so emotional.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Hey, we all sisters here, sisters and brothers. No, really.
That's why I don't plan super far in advance. And his stuff is Carlos' thing is already booked. So if I wanted to go, but that's why I don't plan too much in advance, like if it's something I know, hey, I can go to, and then I don't drive over bridges. I got to wait for my daughters to come. Okay. But like I said, I go there every month. So that's my main priority, flying there every month. So I didn't sign up for it, but he got a waiting list down the Yin Yang. So I mean, if I wanted to go in,
You said you like beginner line dances, and I know that at
yeah,
Carlos event, it's like
hmm
99% beginner dances, and I'm excited. This will be my first time going this next year, and I'm excited because I'm the beginner dance teacher as well.
yeah.
Like I learned to get big, and I used to know to be more shuffle or whatever that dance that had all those crazy steps that go on like this. Girl, I can't do that stuff. Listen, just being honest, okay?
Roz is a beast too. I look at some her classes are good too. Because I see a few of her dances in her class. She's a good one to watch too. I see a few
Roz Hagens is
up in Duval County. She's a
okay.
she can call out some stuff too. You want to hear a beast calling out
Okay. Yes. So that's what it's all about, though. It's about sharing. And I just wish that we as line dance instructors and even line dancers could come together more. Why does it have to be, oh, she thinks she better than this one, he think he better? Why can't we all just come together and dance and have fun? Because
And
that's
that's what I was saying this
what it's
weekend.
about.
That's what I was saying this weekend. I was and I was in Ohio on Friday. I said, yo, I came to dance. That's all it's about for me. It's all about, seeing people that I see online all the time,
Okay.
and, you just want to put a face with the name and the face you see on Facebook and just dancing. And sometimes my knee hurts, because it just does. I wear orthotics in my shoes, so I can't dance all night long. But just to see the atmosphere and see everybody, just doing their thing, to me, that brings joy to me.
Yeah.
That's the fun part about it, and just catching up pretty much. And so that's what it's about for me.
And I was going to say, one of the people who came from my class, I won't call any names, well, they said when they left to start their own class, I was really, really happy for them. I said, I wish you nothing but the best. And they said, well, I'm not going to teach no beginner dances. And I said, you'll never grow. Not beginner, I won't teach beginners. Yeah, beginner dances. And I said, you don't have to teach beginner dance all the time, but if you don't teach beginners, you're not going to grow because not everybody knows the advanced dances. There's only this amount of people who are going to come to your class from somewhere locally that know all the advanced dances.
That's so true.
Beginner dances, you can constantly grow because this one going to tell their friend, girl, you come, you could do it. I could do it. You could do it. It's easy. It's easy enough. Like you said, work it. I mean, almost everybody can do that.
Everybody can do that. Nothing else. You can count. That's what I tell my people. If you can count, you can do this dance. So.
My favorite was Shake a Tail Feather.
Okay. Oh yeah. Now I don't love that dance. Let me tell you something right now. I will not teach that dance because I don't teach dance I truly don't like.
Really?
I've never found a love for that dance. So I don't even dance it. I'll be like,
one of the beginner dances back when I started, that was the dance that anybody could do.
Correct.
Yes, so that was way before Work It came out, and those other ones. So I started with that one, and I don't really teach it now because they all know it. People in my class.
But I see Mitzi on here. That's one of the instructor that assists me in my class. And so you talked, and I'm just calling her name because you said something that someone in your class started their own class and you showed them nothing but love. And that's what it is in my class, because a lot of times, because I do a little bit more traveling, I'm a little bit more involved in Mitzi. I can learn a dance. I'm like, Mitzi, this is for, because I told you the Tuesday class in the afternoon is a little bit step up beginner class than my class. And Mitzi actually teaches that one. And then I think another instructor kind of assists with the Thursday one. But I'll learn to dance. I'm like, Mitzi, I got a dance for you for your class. And we do this almost every week, almost every week, so every week I got a dance, girl, I got a dance for you. Teach this in your class. It's going to be good for your class. But we work like that. It's no competition, nothing like that. We're looking for success in all the classes that we have at our rec center. And that's how I look at line dancing and the classes. And it could be because my job, I'm a little bit more abstract when it comes to it. It's personal, but it's not personal to the sense that it's mine. Like nothing is mine. I tell them, if you don't show up to class, I don't have a class. So this is your class. That's what I tell my people.
Hey, exactly.
It is not my class. If you don't show up to class, I have no class. So I'm here to, to cater to you. Even the people that I supervise with work, I tell them in a heartbeat, I'm your advocate. All I do is paperwork. I am nobody's boss. I'm just here to do the paperwork. And that's how I run my class too. This is your class.
Right. Because I always say on the podcast, if you don't have any students, there's no need for a teacher.
Correct.
There's no need for a teacher without any students.
Mhm.
So if they're not coming back, then you end up with no class. And is that what
Correct.
you want? No, you want to
Mhm.
continue to grow in the craft. And I honestly believe, Toya, that God gave us this gift of
Correct.
teaching line dance. Now, you might teach different than me. I might teach different than you, and
Yeah.
we all both teach different than somebody else. But it's not about how I teach or how you teach. It's about
Correct.
us connecting with the people who come to our class who want to learn,
I
to
agree.
learn.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
they want to learn, they're going to get it. And then
Mhm.
another thing is, I always tell in my class too, who's there. If I have 4 or 5 new students that day, I'm not going to teach those dances that's really.
Yeah, you gotta switch it up. I agree with you. My list changed sometime. Like that ain't gonna work. Let me go to Carlos' playlist.
Okay.
That ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
What can I learn fast? I got you. I agree.
To do as an instructor, you got to change. You know, I plan to teach that, but because I got 5 new students, I'm gonna have to teach some other stuff because this right is not gonna work.
Yeah, that works.
This is good. This is so good. We got to move on. I tell you, every week, and look, every week we have so many good conversations. I tell you, I just get excited, and they be like, "Calm down, Queen." I said, "Okay."
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
All right. So I'm gonna tell you, ask you to like, share, subscribe via Facebook or YouTube to Let's Talk Soul Line Dance, so that we can keep this podcast going, because we interview such amazing people every week and learn something new from everybody. We're all learning from one another. So we ask you to like, share, and subscribe so that we can keep this going. Also, donations are being accepted via Cash App, $ the LDC, or Zelle 813-407-1216. No amount is too small. All I do is use it to keep the podcast going. Okay, so now are you ready, Toya? Me.
You know, I'm a dancer. I got hips for a reason. Vocals is what I do.
Toya is going to say happy birthday to our November birthdays.
So to all my November people out there who was born in the month, birthday to you. I hope you have a great month. Don't celebrate one day, celebrate the entire month, because it's a blessing that we made it there. Let's all sing together. Who on the line? Go ahead, type it in. Happy birthday to you. There we go. Happy birthday to you. Is that the birthday song?
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Celebrate birthday so long. Happy birthday. Please don't have this nowhere. Don't film it. Don't put this nowhere. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Wait. I got you. Wonderful.
My son's back there talking about, Mommy, stop.
Well, I have to tell our audience that if y'all go on Amazon, if you go on Amazon and get that song today, it's free 99, free, FREE 99. But if you go on Amazon tomorrow, it's $9.99 for that same birthday song. So I just want y'all to know, y'all get it today. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move to the next. Wait a minute, I have to do. It's for Mr. Charles, because I know he's listening. All right. So now we're going to move to our announcement. Happy birthday. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to all. Hi, Cynthia. Excuse me. Just getting over a cold. Sorry. Our announcement section of the program. So this is where we're going to give all of announcements, anything you're going to, anything you might be teaching at, or event that you may be having. This is where we do that.
Okay. So I am going to be going to the Cole Black and Gold Extravaganza. That's going to be in December.
Okay.
Let me get the date on that. That
16th.
Is it the 16th? I had the flyer up, but I moved it.
I think it's the 16th.
Somebody gave me just now. I do let me hold on. Let me look at that. So that is it the 16th? Let me make sure.
I believe so.
Okay. So I will be going to that in December.
Okay.
Yep. And so then we have the Peppermint Ball in Stark, Florida. That's going to be with Smooth Flavor. So I'll be going to that, and that's on December 2nd.
Okay.
And then we have the line dance cruise that's coming up in 2025. All right, got to put that
Yes,
out there for
yes,
my man Carlos over there,
yes.
and that's going to be something great, And I like that too, because like I said, a lot of the groups here, they do a lot of different dances. But this will be, to me, I don't know. Like my kids want to go. Like my daughter say, "Ma, let's get that together." They want to go too. So hope I can get them signed up soon. My
Okay.
son said he not going. He said he's not into it. But my girls do, and my mama. So I think it's going to be just an experience, something different. So that's going to be going on 2025. You go to my website or go to on my Facebook page or go to Carlos or any one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my son said he wants to go now, so I'm shaming him for
Okay.
that.
All right.
You can go to any one of them. You can click on the link, and it'll give you all the information for that cruise. And one more thing I do want to highlight. I might be teaching. I'm not sure. I haven't, like I said, I kind of keep my options open right now. But that's also the Mid-Atlantic. They have an event that comes up. I want to see. Let me see who's on here. What's her name? I think she's on. Karen Stewart's on there. I think she goes to that too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a date on that, but look out for that one. That's the Mid-Atlantic. I think it's a jazz. That's coming up too. So that's one that I might teach at. But those are only 3 right now. The Peppermint Lounge, Peppermint Ball, Cole's event in December, and then obviously we know the cruise that's coming up 2025. So gonna hit up. I'm sure you see it all over Facebook, and then the Mid-Atlantic Jazz Festival is going to be coming up in the January, February. I'll have a date on that, but look out for that too.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I have a few announcements. December 3rd is our Christmas party. We're having a glow Christmas party. So you know how on the tree you put the lights and light them up? Okay, we're going to light our bodies up at the glow Christmas party. So you can wear your red or your black or whatever color you want to wear. So you can light up earrings, light up glasses. I got the glasses. I got the shoestrings. I got the earrings. I got the ring. Girl, we're going to be lit up. So
we did that last week in my step class.
You did?
So we did a glow night. We did a pop-up glow night I think it was Wednesday. So I bought all the glow stuff and it was in the dark. I was filling in for someone. And we did a glow night. It was really nice.
I thought that was a lot of fun. And that's
we had so much fun.
Different. Yeah, a glow night.
Oh, there she is. Karen put it on there. So it's February 16th through 18th. That's the Mid-Atlantic Jazz Festival. So I know that's coming up.
Hey,
so I'm going to try to attend. They did ask me, so I'm going to see what that will. But I would love to attend that one. So I did want to highlight that.
Great. Next thing I have is the trip to London has been postponed until August 2026. Because it was kind of late to try to do it for next year because that's not a cheap trip. That's a real trip. And we have the 2025 Groove Cruise that everybody's still paying for. So Line Dance and Groove Cruise. So we put it to 2026. That way I have a travel agent that Carla recommended, and they're working on it to get us a great trip to go from the United States over to London. And then Carla's going to take us over to Paris for a day, and we're going to see a lot of the sites and things while we're there. So that's going to be an awesome trip. So that's going to be 2026. More information will be coming soon because I'm working with the travel agent to get that going.
Okay, that'll be fun.
Yes. Ask you to listen to DJ Joe on trainwreck.listentomyradio.com. That's my sweetie. That's my husband. I ain't trying to brag or no. That's my husband, But he's a radio DJ. So he comes on Friday from 7 to 10 and Monday from 7 to 10. So go listen to trainwreck.listentomyradio.com. He also does a line dance night, and then you have to see how many line dances that he plays. So it's a lot of fun. All right.
I see, Carlos said I'm 6'1" on the dance floor. I'm not even that tall. I'm 5'8"3/4.
Yeah. And so we already talked about this, but for those of you who have not seen the link yet, it's www.thelinedancinggroovecruise.com. So everybody that hasn't got their tickets yet, haven't registered yet, or got the cabin, write that down. You don't want to miss it. 3,000 people on the ship. We're going to have, where Carlos is going to have the whole ship. I say we like,
I know. I say we like, I say it all the time.
Like it's my crew, but yeah, we're going to have a great time. And I'm excited to you from the ship, and you on land, because you're going to miss a great time.
I love a cruise. Let me tell you something. I love cruises.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. So, Carlos, thank you for
thank you, your mom, for that.
Yes, for you and Avis. And now next I have Wait, I gotta do for Mr. Charles. All right. Important resources. All right, we're going to start with Linda Hardy. And for those of you who don't know, Linda Hardy is the urban line dance historian, records line dance history at the Library of Congress. So any dances that you created, any unique thing that you do, that or you have done, contact Linda Hardy and she'll put it in the Library of Congress. So when you go to DC, or whatever, and you go to the Library of Congress, see your name up there in the line dance, hey, you're already popular. Yes, yes. And that's a blessing because you know what? We want to leave a history. We want to
Mhm.
leave a legacy, rather. We want to leave a legacy of our history, you know. And so if it's not recorded anywhere, then do you remember? I'm trying to remember everything I did this year. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know, I know.
It's good to
Cynthia said
report.
she's going on the cruise.
Who? Oh,
Cynthia.
Cynthia. Cynthia said she's
Mhm.
going. Yes. Hey,
Yeah,
everybody.
everybody should be going.
Oh, uh, Carlos said, "Yeah, it's we. It is
It
we."
is. I act like it's my cruise. You see what I'm talking about? I'm like, we.
Yes, yes. Okay, and so next we have um, Urban Line Dance Connection with Nicole Points. Well, Nicole created the site, so any dances, classes, or events that you have can be put on this site. So let's just say you're traveling somewhere and you want to find a line dance class. You're going to see family for Thanksgiving, maybe, and you're looking for a class. You can go on this site, and all the classes in that area will be listed. It'll tell you the dates, the times, and how much the class is. So excellent resource. Our next resource will be Katrina Daniels created urbansouldance.com. And that's for all events. So if you have an event and you want to have it on the calendar for everybody to see, go to her page, Universal Soul, universallinedance.com, and it can go on that page. Okay, so now. All right, Toya, we're gonna go to our shout outs. I know you said you
Okay.
had your shout outs
I
ready.
did take some notes. So I know you gave me like what I could do. So I do want to shout out James Wesley. I always call him my line dance teacher because he was the one that I stood to his left when I first started line dancing. And like 1 month into it, he said, "Latoya, can you help me create a song?" And that's where LA Makes Me Wonder came from.
Okay.
And I guess he saw something in me that I didn't see, you know, a talent that I had that I didn't know. Him
Okay.
and James, Jamel Cheeseborough, he's with Smooth Flavor too.
Okay.
And they're just good dancers. And they're the ones that say, "Hey, Toy, I think you can dance." I said, "Really?" I knew
Okay.
I could move. You know, I'm Jamaican, but I didn't know I had the coordination to really, you know, do what I do.
Okay.
Footloose, got to shout out my class. I love that class. It's not a group, but we are a class. Mitzi,
Okay.
Diva, Miss Michelle, Miss Val, my point system, my spotters, as Roz said, they helped me so much in class, and I really appreciate them. And everybody in my class. I mean, that whole class is lit. I love them to death.
Okay.
Bernard and Tanya, you know, they were the first to kind of bring me into the world because I just want to say this real quick. I love that you put those different websites out there
Uh-huh.
because a lot, like even some of these things I learned over time. I didn't even know
Okay.
all these things existed. I created so
Okay.
many dances. I didn't even put registered until last year because I did not know, you know.
Okay.
But I can always say Bernard and Tanya Young. They were the ones 2 years ago that introduced me to this world. I was just teaching a class. They noticed me on Facebook and was like, "Hey," Bernard was like, "I want you to come to my event, 2021." I was like, and I had to go to Tanya, which I didn't know, but she had already started liking. We're from Jersey. And I remember emailing her. I'm like, "Is this all right? Should I go?" Like, I mean, it's a backup one. I don't know who this man is, but it opened up a world to me. That's where I met Karen and DC Pam and, you know, Durag and Harris, Charles. It opened a world that I didn't even know existed by them just looking and saying, "Hey, come do this." So I got to shout them
Uh-huh.
out, you know, and Earl too. He, you know, he acted like he knew me at the airport. He's like, "Hey, Toya," and I had never met this man in my life, but he shouted out to me. He's like, "Yo, you coming to the car?" I'm like, "Should I go?" But the love was just so genuine, you know, and I truly appreciate this. I want to shout Bernard, Tanya, and Earl out just for bringing me to the fold, and Angela Green. I didn't know these people, and
Okay.
they helped me out that day. And Smooth Flavor Gainesville, I want to shout them out too because you know they had the outside dance during COVID. I mean, we danced outside for a year and a half.
Okay.
You know, and that brought me into the line dance world. And I want to shout out KDC and the Sunshine Sliders because how I started line dancing officially was I was filling in for my staff, and they were teaching class in our building, and they had the flyer for an event that Smooth Flavor was having, and I was new to town, so I was like, I'm not shy, so I was like, oh, I'll go, and that's how the ball started going. So I want to shout out right there, all of those people and those groups, because if they didn't come together the way they did, line dancing would never be in my life.
There you go.
It all came together, and they all played a part of that. And I do want to say real quick, I am an extreme hip hop instructor, and each group called each other cousins. Line dance said extreme hip hop is their cousin. The same thing with extreme hip hop, but that is a major part of my life also. And I teach my seniors that too. Many people think they can't do that because of coordination and this and that. But I have a group, Miss Divas in that class, that we on Thursdays. Let me tell you, they showing out, they running, they doing all kind of things. And I teach them too, I'm doing, here's an alternative for it. And that helps with their memory and their balance and their coordination. We have a few people that do it on the floor too. So that also is a good way to exercise. And many people think they can't do it, but my seniors can do it. So if my seniors can do it, trust me, you can actually do that. And that's another major part of my life, I truly must say, because I can always pull my board out. I brought my board. As a matter of fact, when I first met you, I had my board.
Okay.
I pulled it out that day. We were outside in Tampa, and I was stepping while you guys are doing a line dance, because you can always have exercise with extreme hip hop in your board. You can just go back and forth. So that's another part of my life that I really enjoy too, and exposing people to.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's great. Yeah, I saw you. I was like, okay. Look, I could do that, but I'm gonna be doing 1/3 of how many she do. Like 20 a minute, 50 a minute. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
I love it. Look, she said, Kira said it's so dope. It's fun. It's fun. My knees be on fire though sometimes, but it's fun though. It's fun to learn the different things.
That's how you keep in shape too. Not everybody's going to the gym. I love line dancing because it helps me, like you say, my mind, my body, my spirit. I could be mad at my husband. I never do though. I don't get mad at my husband, but I could be mad at somebody, and I could go to line dance class. I come home, I'm like, everything's good. That's just me. And it takes me. I have taken line dancing and gone to a place I've never been before. A lot of people don't understand that.
And I was gonna say that to you, Miss Queen. This world is a world that people don't understand. They don't understand how you can go like I did from Ohio. I'm going for one day to come back to go to see Big Moochie, and then to come. I mean, it's like a world that's hard to explain. Like my boyfriend, I know he think I'm at the club holding up a glass or something. I promise you, I promise you, I'm on the floor. I promise you, I'm dancing the whole time. But it is a world that in extreme hip hop for me that is hard to explain. Like if you're not a part of it, they don't understand how you can go and just dance all day in a line.
Right. That is they just don't understand it. So let me give my shout outs real quick. I want to shout out to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I also want to shout out to my wonderful husband, who I highly esteem. I want to shout out to you, Miss Latoya, excuse me, for just coming on the show, being our guest today. Because I tell you, you have honestly been a blessing. A lot of things that you said I can relate to, and a lot of things I've learned from you just talking to you, and I hope that our audience has as well. I also want to shout out to the Line Dance Connection. I can never forget my family, my line dance family here in Tampa, the Line Dance Connection, and to all of our viewers that's online as well. And one thing you told me, you said that somebody who done tuned in is your cousin.
Oh, she's yes, myself and Carla Gray. We actually are like for real distant cousins. Okay. I saw her name. My father's mother's last name was Gray from Jamaica. And I reached out to, I'm gonna reach out to anybody I think we relate. Jamaican, I'm reaching out. Okay. And I hit her up and we were just talking. We actually were talking about the same people. And we realized, we are distant relatives. And it was just like dumbfounded, like, wow, and that's something. And that was cool. So we are distant cousins in some form or fashion, but we are related in some way. She's on there. I thought she was on here earlier.
Right. Yeah, she's on there. She just don't all the time. She said it's like 12 o'clock at night now in London.
Okay, I got you. I can imagine.
Shanique said something interesting. She said people outside of this community are very envious about our community. A lot of ways we move, you can't get it anywhere else. And I think that's interesting that she said that. A lot of moves that we have that you can't, and it's not necessarily, I guess, the type of dance that we do, because line dance, it's not that, it's the moves. You know, like you know how you could work it. You know, you work it. You could go, or you could go work it. You know?
Exactly. And it's so true because like in my class we have many different communities, many different races attend my class.
Okay.
But I'm urban line dance, you know, that's what I do. But I love to call out somebody. I'm like, you better work them hips. I'm gonna call you out in the heartbeat. If I see you over there just doing this, whatever, you better flow with it, you know. And I'll call your name in a heartbeat. And I love that because that brings them out too. And there is a uniqueness. There is, you know.
Missy said it's a world for unique people.
And that's true. Missy's one of my people. She was in my class.
Yes.
Oh, so love. Yeah, look at Carla. Love you too, girl.
Family. Angela said our events are like family reunion. It's not just the dance, it's the love.
And it's the truth. You gotta love what you do. And that's what I was saying, like what Karen said. People just don't understand this community. I never even knew it existed till I'm in the fold. But like Carlos, I think I was looking at his he was going, I think, to Jacksonville. He said, you know, the dance, I don't know exactly what he said, but he was just trying to explain that, you know, he traveling to a line dance, he driving hours to get there. This is what we do. And people can't fathom it. For 2 days, we go to enjoy ourselves, to dance and to go back home to go to work. It's a world that people just don't understand. And it's a drive that pulls us, all of us in general.
And I was gonna say, people from the outside looking in are like, well, how do they do that? You know, what is it so exciting? I want to learn how to do this. I want to figure out what they're doing, why they're so happy when they're on the dance floor. You know, what I have to do to be a part of that. And that's what people want to know. That's the part people are envious of the way we do community. Yeah, you know, but if we invite them invite them into our community. That's what we have to do more. We have to invite them in and say, hey, come on over and see what it's like, you know? And that's how we grow our classes.
Exactly.
Okay. Mr. Charles. I don't have a red cup. Mr. Charles always have the red cup for the toast. Mine is black. What can I say? We want to give a toast to Miss, I always say it wrong. It's Latoya, right?
Latoya.
Okay.
My name?
Yeah.
Latoya, like Latoya Jackson.
Last time.
Yeah, you did, but it's okay, girl. I got a plaque with Latoya on it. It's okay.
I want to say thank you so much for being my guest today. It has been a pleasure knowing you. It's been a pleasure. Now that I can put the face with the name, and now when I see her, hey, what's up, girl? I'll be like, I seen her before, but I didn't know who that was. But now I know I can put the name to a face, and it's truly been a blessing to have you.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it so much.
Yes, and so much insight you've given us. We appreciate you. So I just want to do a toast to you to keep on keeping on.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. My water.
Me too. The ice done melted, the cup is sweat, and everything. So
oh yeah, good deal. All right, thank you. I want to thank you. Thank you so much for even noticing me, you know, to bring me on to speak about, you know, something that is really dear to me. And I appreciate that.
That's a blessing.
Oh, thank you so much, Roz. I appreciate it.
Yes. So our next segment, donations are accepted via Cash App. I told you earlier, $, the LDC or Zelle, 813-407-1216. And you could tell your friends who weren't able to tune in today, they can go back on Facebook or YouTube, and they can view this later. Like your family who may not have been able to tune in, or some of your dancers, they can go back to and watch this again.
Okay, good deal. I'll let them know. Thank you so much.
Okay, sure. If you are interested in being a guest on Let's Talk Soul Line Dance podcast, give me a call or send me an email. It's better to text me or call me because I look at my email. Okay. Queen Sheila, 813-407-1216. Or my email is queensheila@gmail.com. And just notice that it's not the regular Queen, it's QWEEN. And Sheila@gmail.com. And so you can hit me up, either text me, call me, and I'm not the type don't answer the phone because I don't know the number. Like a lot of people I know. Some people do that. They don't answer if they don't know who it is.
How are you, Adrian?
Adrian. Hey, Adrian.
Hey, Adrian.
Hey, Melva.
Thanks, Melva. I appreciate it.
Okay, and now let's see. Before we go to our trivia break, which is the part they're always looking for, we almost done. Almost. Okay. So let me take this off. Okay. The dance of the week, ladies and gentlemen, is LA Soul, and it's SOL. LA Soul
Mhm.
by Cleo Soul, choreographed by Latoya L. Toya.
Yeah. I love that dance. I created like maybe a year and a half ago, but I just love
Okay.
that one. It's so smooth.
Okay. So we'll all have to go and look at this dance. This is the dance of the week. Everybody go on YouTube or wherever you have to go to her page and look at this dance. It's LA Soul by Cleo Soul and choreographed by Latoya. Okay. So
Yeah.
everybody go look at that. All right. So now we're ready for the part of the show that everybody's been waiting for. So, wait. All right. So this is our trivia break. All right, we have a whole lot of interested people on. They've been on from the beginning, so I know they got some good old answers for us.
Oh, thanks, Mitzi.
So, Latoya, you have the first question.
Oh, thank you,
Our
Adrian.
audience anything that we've talked about, and they have to give you the answer, and they have to put it in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Who do I consider my line dance instructor?
All right. Good one. Good one. Do, 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 do. I'm trying to get that thing, y'all. Do, 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 do. Who does Latoya consider her line dance instructor?
West Jam. Roz got it.
All right.
Ball.
All right. Go ahead, Roz. Congratulate. Wait, I got to give Roz her. Go, Roz. Go, Roz. All right. Missy
West
said
Jam, Mitzi. I said Carlos playlist is what I go to, but
Yes.
West Jam, he's my man. James Wesley.
Okay. I have a question for you all. If you all were listening, my first question is, Toya says she has 3 children. What are their ages?
Did I say that? I probably did. Huh?
You did. You told us. Ow. What are their ages? See if y'all can. Let me tell you something. What they do? They rewind, girl. They be rewinding. They be on Google. What's Latoya kids? Come by. I know any answers. That's all right. You got it. You have an agent.
Oh, Melba got it. 24, 22, and 17.
Wait. Go, Melba.
Oh, yeah. It showed my age with that one.
All right, Latoya, you get to ask another question.
Let's see. Oh, they all got them right. Let's see. Another question. What's the other? What am I certified in?
Okay. Good
It
one.
was 2 certifications that were stated, I think.
Yeah. Yep. I have birds, but I don't think y'all want to hit them. I always play with my little sound
I
booth.
got it right. 22, 24, 17. That's right.
Okay. I think the first show was.
So I am. I'm a certified recreation professional.
All right.
Yep.
Roz got it.
Mm-hmm.
Roz, you know you can't win but one, Roz. Come on,
yep.
Roz.
So she got it almost right. So I am a recreation manager and I am a certified recreation professional. So she got it right pretty much.
Okay.
All the same thing. Yep.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Leisure education.
Okay. All right. The line dance prince said X.
Oh, extreme hip hop. He said what he said it for.
Oh, okay.
I'm certified extreme hip hop.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So the last question. How did Latoya explain her 4-point system? What is the 4-point system?
Diva and Mitzi can't answer.
Eva and Mitzi can't answer. Okay. Eva and Mitzi, y'all can't answer. What is the 4-point system that Latoya talked about? Oh, I didn't give the other one. They clapped. Why?
Carlos had it right. Extreme.
Yeah, Carlos got number 3. Yeah, because you only get one answer. We got to try to give everybody else a chance.
Oh yeah, Roz can't answer because she already does in her class too, so she already got one right.
Okay, yeah, Roz already has one. And oh man. Every time I comment, my screen freezes, so I have to go out and come back in. Oh, okay, Karen.
Karen probably has the answer too. I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah, she probably has the answer. Yes.
All right, you want me to tell you guys real quick? Roz can say it. Roz, no. Go ahead, put it, Roz.
Yeah, Roz, what's the answer?
Okay, he said I have 6 helpers around the room, and that's true. I do. I have 6 helpers.
Okay. All right,
I have 5. Yep,
all
but
right.
they're helpers around the room. Correct.
Who's around the room? Okay, Carlos, you already answered, but we're gonna get it to y'all.
Melba got it too. Melba got it.
Okay, she has a spider on every side. Go, man! 4 people strategically placed. Okay, y'all. You know what? Y'all are so good. What's the disadvantage of the new people being in the back? What is the disadvantage in line dance class of the new people being in the back? I know that's not a question for an answer, but if you know the answer, let us know. I know y'all know because y'all been back there when you first started. They can't see when the dance turns around. No, they can't see Jack. What's this?
They become the front. Somebody said.
Oh, somebody said, there you go, Adrian. They become the front, and they always want to get in the back. And then when you turn the other wall, they're in the front, and they be like, okay, what do I do now?
That's why I have somebody back there, so that any point we turn, especially it's 4-wall dance, they see somebody.
Right.
And Miss Michelle's always in the middle because she catch me because I ain't gonna lie, I would merge a dance in a heartbeat. She look at me like, Toy, that dance and we go together. And she would check me with her eyes in a heartbeat.
So I be teaching, I be so serious. To the right, to the left, go back. They say that's not this dance.
Last week I had some dance I was teaching. And I got so involved in this dance, I forgot the other moves. Miss Michelle started calling out the dance. She was like, I don't know what Toy doing. She started calling the dance out for me. I just went to the front. I just went to the back.
See, it's funny. But you know what's good about that too, though, Latoya, is that people realize we're human. As instructors, we forget just like they do. You know what I'm saying? But we can. I would tell you, we were on stage at the Florida State Fair. And that's like our big event every year. So the last 4 years we have performed on the big stage. Coca-Cola is the sponsor. So we up on the stage and we were doing a dance that we created, right? And we did a turn and my mind went over there. So I looked around, all of them was facing me. I just I started doing the snake and the worm and everything. And when they turned around, I turned around with them and got right back in.
Exactly.
This little old lady said, we was dancing for National Coalition 100 Black Women. She said, honey, I like that solo act you did. I said, well, thank you, honey.
Yeah.
That's up, right? Because I kept moving. As long as you keep moving, nobody know.
Yeah.
Latoya, it's been a pleasure. It really has been a pleasure to have you on the show. You have really been a blessing to all of our viewers that tuned in. To my co-hosts, Mr. Charles and Ms. Zondra, who are on the road getting back home. Y'all get home safely. And all of you to go to the middle so you can follow that. Yeah, the dances. That's a good.
A few of them said they put them to the middle.
Yes, that's very good. So no matter which way they turn, there's someone in front of them. That's a very good analogy right there. Thank you, BJWA Wellens. That this interview is so down to earth. And we appreciate all of your comments. We appreciate
I appreciate all you guys signing in to see
Yes. And we want to thank you so much for being our guest today. You have truly been awesome. I look forward to sharing the wood with you again real soon. And for all of you as well. Y'all, I might not remember your name, but just wave at me. I'll be like, I know that person.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for inviting me. I truly appreciate it.
You're welcome. We never close our broadcast without saying love is no good unless you give it away. So
thank you. Bye, Miss Karen. Bye, Melba, Roz, Miss Diva, Adrian, Mitzi, Carlos. I appreciate everybody.
All in it. God bless you, everybody. Have a good one. Yes.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
Okay, good deal.
Okay, bye-bye.